So, what happens when a video game's economy gets so big that it just spills out into the real world? Well, we're about to find out. A massive online game just launched its own digital currency. And we're not talking about some obscure corner of the internet. No, this thing is live on some of the world's biggest exchanges. Let's dive in and break down what this actually means.
So let's get right to it. What does it really mean when a video game launches its own currency? Is it just, monopoly money with a few extra steps, or is this something much, much bigger? That question right there is at the heart of a huge shift happening in gaming. But to really get it, we need to be on the same page about one key idea.
And that idea is Web3 gaming. Look, in simple terms, think of it like this. In a normal game, you might grind for weeks to get a cool sword, but you don't really own it. The game company does, and they can take it away. In Web3 gaming, that sword is yours, for real. It's a digital asset that you can keep, you can trade, or you can sell, and it's all recorded securely on a blockchain. This whole concept of true ownership is what's powering our story today. All right, so that idea of true ownership, well, that brings us right to today's main event. A developer called Lowkick Studio just released a token called $Shards. This is now the official in-game currency for their massive multiplayer game, World Shards. And trust me, this wasn't some quiet little announcement. This was a major league move. And the proof is where Shards launched. I mean, look at this list. These aren't obscure platforms. Bybit, Binance, MEXC, and Gate are some of the biggest crypto exchanges on the planet. Getting listed here from day one, that gives the token instant credibility and makes it accessible to millions of people. Not just gamers, but investors too. Okay, so it's accessible, it's credible. But what's the point? What can you actually do with this token inside the game? And this is where it gets really interesting. See, Shards isn't just for buying silly cosmetic hats. It is woven into the very fabric of the game. Players use it to upgrade their gear, to craft legendary weapons, and to get their hands on super rare artifacts. So here's the bottom line. Every hour a player spends exploring or crafting can now translate into earning a token that has tangible, real-world value. And this is all part of a much bigger mission. The CEO of Lowkick Studio, Andrei Zimenko, he put it perfectly. They're not just trying to sell a token. They're building a player-controlled economy where your success and your creativity inside the game are directly rewarded. It's really about shifting the power dynamic back to the players. Now, let's be real. A token is only as strong as the game it's attached to. So is World Shards a game people are actually excited about? Well, all the signs are pointing to a very, very loud yes. For starters, the industry is paying close attention. Being named the most anticipated game of 2025 by the Blockchain Gaming Awards, that's no small thing. It shows that both critics and, more importantly, players see something really special here. And the community? Oh, they have shown up. We're talking about over 400,000 members already. This isn't some tiny project hoping to find an audience. The audience is here, and it is massive. That kind of active community is the absolute lifeblood for any online game, especially one with its own economy. And if you want to know just how committed this community is, look at this number. Even before the SHRS token was a thing, players had already spent over $8 million on in-game digital items. That shows a huge level of belief in where this game is headed. People were willing to invest serious money right from the very beginning. Okay, so with that much at stake, the economy needs a rock-solid blueprint. I mean, any currency, digital or not, needs clear rules. So let's take a look at the tokenomics, the rules that govern shards. First off, there's a hard cap. Only 5 billion shards tokens will ever exist. This fixed supply is absolutely crucial. It's designed to prevent crazy inflation and help the currency hold its value over time. So the big question is, who gets a piece of that 5 billion token pie? Well, when you look at the allocation, their philosophy becomes crystal clear. A massive 60% of all tokens are set aside for player rewards. You earn them just by playing the game. The rest goes to supporting the ecosystem and growing the community. But if you look closely, you might notice something is missing. And that is the most surprising part. Absolutely 0%. Nothing. Not a single token is set aside for the development team or for early investors. This is a radical move. The message they're sending is loud and clear. This economy is for the players, not for the creators to cash out. And to make sure the economy stays stable, they're not just dumping all these tokens onto the market at once. No, it's all being released gradually over a 6-year period. This long-term plan is designed to build a healthy economy and reward the players who are in it for the long haul.
So with a model this different, you might be getting a little curious to see it for yourself. And the good news is, the studio is making it incredibly easy for anyone to jump in. To celebrate this huge launch, for a limited time, World Shards is basically opening the gates. Anyone can download the game and play completely free for 30 days. It's kind of like a try before you buy, but in this case, it's more like play to own. And this is not just a demo. If you're an active player and you hit certain goals in the game during your trial, your account becomes a permanent one, completely free. They're literally rewarding you for your engagement and inviting you to become a true member of the community just by playing. When you step back and look at the big picture, projects like World Shards are posing a huge challenge to the way gaming has always been done. They're making a bet, a big one, that by giving players true ownership and a real stake in the economy, everybody wins. So the question we're left with is this. As these digital worlds become real economies, who's going to be a bigger winner? The people who make the games or the people who live inside them?